And I know what you're saying. Do not hop on the hate train just yet. I understand you don't necessarily need La Mickey, La Baby, La Bitch, La Baby Bitch, La Baby Back Bitch. Rumors out that he's willing to take the vet minimum. Oh man, hey, we'll see about that. If LeBron James is willing to take a pay cut instead of going out with a final ring not in Los Angeles, Indiana is the best option that can get him his fifth ring. And for the Pacers, that's the first, his fifth ring. And for the Pacers, their first in franchise history. It's good to meet you. I'm Jake. Quick plug. I promise you. Hit my line on TikTok at jake.festmeyer for my interactive and brief talking points. Plus, give a love tap to the subscribe button if you enjoy the content. I said it would be quick, right? Right. So put the fraud talk aside, put your ignorance, your reasonable ignorance aside. You want LeBron James on the Indiana Pacers. You just don't know how to feel about it. You don't need him on the Pacers, but for the luxury of having him on the roster as a mid-level exception / really a bargain bin contract with him still being a top 25 player in this league, do you really want to dish that away? He's not a necessity. He's not a necessity, but he would not be a liability. He would not be a flopper. He would not be a this. He would not be a that. Those days are behind him, man. If anything, he's going to keep bringing you more pluses than the stereotypical, the negatives, the flaws, the yada yada. Folks, LeBron James showed he is still power and command at the young age of 41. Did you watch the first round against Houston? Houston should be ashamed of themselves, man. He will never be a necessity, but more so a desire. Frankly, a valid desire. Look, when you bellow down to, hey, who was an arch nemesis of the Indiana Pacers? You could be a Patrick Ewing. It could be a John Starks. Do I even want to say Spike Lee? It could be a Michael Jordan. You're going to think about LeBron James. And it has been since the days of the Heatles when he and Paul George went band for band. Look, I was there. I was young, but I was there. LeBron and the Heat breaking the hearts of Pacers fans, back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals. Plus, very vividly, remember LeBron, Game 5, Pacers-Cavs, 2018 first round. Victor Oladipo gets him on it was hesitation cross, beat LeBron off the dribble. LeBron stuffs it off the glass. Cavs get it. LeBron gets it off the inbound. I don't know who didn't. It was Jose Calder on the inbound? Yeah, I don't even remember. LeBron gets it, catches it off the inbound, takes 2 or 3 dribbles, pulls up top of the key over Thaddeus Young, drills it. Cavs win Game 5. Game 7, LeBron scores 45. They move on. Now, I'm just saying, he does not owe us a damn thing. But if he wants to return a favor, the 765 has his back. And this isn't about, hey, I want LeBron on the Pacers just because. This isn't really at least for my sake, an emotional thing. This is more about, hey, I want LeBron on the Pacers because it can make sense. And don't attack me just yet. I'm not saying it makes straight up sense, but you can agree with me that yes, it has its validity. It has valid points, right? Financially for this team, and for really any team, but bellowing it down to the Pacers, looking at a 1 to 2 year window, realistically a 1 year window. Okay, he's going to be running for a mid-level exception contract where his endorsements just take care of business, take care of the pockets, yada, yada, the checkbook, whatever. He's going to be playing for an MLE. Not a vet minimum, but an MLE. And a mid-level exception for LeBron's case would be something really you could value him. If he wasn't the age of 41, then yes, he could get paid another 50 mil, but just because he's that old and no team's willing to. Now, teams like Memphis and Brooklyn can because they're under the cap. Memphis and Brooklyn, you fill that void for me. Are they competitors? Answer that. The goal for these competitive teams is, hey, yeah, we don't mind getting LeBron James, but we also want to retain, our top dollar for the sake of, revitalizing and bringing back and signing current young and valuable assets. Nuggets, for example, with Peyton Watson. Cavs, for example. Cavs fans prove me wrong, but I know Dean Wade's a free agent, as well as Keon Ellis. Knicks, for example, Mitchell Robinson. Now, when it comes down to the tax, luxury tax comes knocking at the door like the IRS. Once your team is paying more than $201 million, the Indiana Pacers have their eyes through the peephole at a lovely, roughly $200,750,000. Congrats, here's your bill. If the Pacers pull in free agency, a tax bill will hit their doorstep. So, hey, let's pool in. Let's cane the ball. Why not? That means LeBron on an MLE. If you provide a reason why this shouldn't be executed, I'll hear you out. I'm all ears. Retain the precious dollars for a more long-term move or a more, long-term piece. Hey, that 2028 free agency for the Pacers is looking mighty interesting. And yeah, it's going to get a little bit uncomfortable. I believe it's 28. It could be 27, but I'm pretty sure it's 28. You also want to, hey, earn your hardware. And taking LeBron Boulevard feels very, do I dare say it, Mickey Mouse. You want to take that blue collar route. And I respect that. You want the ring where you're up before the sun cracks above the horizon. You want the ring where you're putting your lower back and your joints on the brisk. You want the ring where you're tired as almighty hell, but you worked hard for yourself and your family. Look, the ring was almost there last season. It was literally a half away. You're against having a spotlight ring, if I should put it. Since the media has shadowed your team out of the spotlight for years, you're not a major market team. You're a disgrace to the box office. You're a disgrace to the ratings. You're a disgrace to X, Y, and Z. You got a box office team on you. And it'd be even more box office, like tenfold, with the addition of LeBron James before retirement. And you can tell me, I don't want to win a title with that flopper, that baby bitch, that princess. Hey, I mean, if we hit a line this summer and it happens, what they going to say now? What are you going to say now? You hate LeBron. You've been tormented by LeBron for years in the East. It feels outlandish. It feels like a nightmare. He signs. We win. You express your gratitude and cherish our franchise's first ring. Now, would it feel as satisfying? Yeah, I mean, it varies on how you emotionally feel about LeBron James. If you hate him, then, spit on it. Well, if you love him, you wouldn't take your eyes off it. Regardless, Indy gets their first ring. It's never been seen before. And it should have happened, damn it, last summer. And I just know you would cry too. Don't lie to me. You would cry. You would get so teary-eyed watching the ring ceremony. I would too. Watching the ring ceremony and the parade the weekend after that title win. You would weep tears of joy during those closing minutes before this Pacers team would solidify history. You would immediately get freed from your ways. So shying away from making this, hey, here's why LeBron should join this, because, hey, he's my favorite player. He's my GOAT. This is not a quote from me, by the way, just quoting, the public, the community. He's my favorite player. He's my GOAT. LeBron on the with Steve Nash on the Mind the Game podcast a few months ago. LeBron and Steve were talking about the Olympic Games from back in 2024, and LeBron was talking about Tyrese Halliburton. And I'll put this a quote, really a quote tweet from at Sleeper Pacers on Twitter. Definitely one of my favorite teammates. Talking about Tyrese, LeBron talking about Tyrese. Definitely one of my favorite teammates coming out of that whole experience. Unbelievable kid. He's special. So, do you want the best for Tyrese Halliburton? And now, I don't know if these two are, tied like peanut butter and jelly, like bread and butter. But obviously, there's mutual respect on and off the court. Hey, look, Indiana, it's not home for LeBron. He's played, I want to say 96 games against Indiana. How many he played actually in Indiana between Conseco, Bankers Life, and Cambridge. No, I don't know the number. No, it's close to home. It is. So, hey, LeBron, your time's coming up. You're still kicking Father Time's ass. You can't hey, if you want to give it 5 more years, yeah, do it. Hey, LeBron, pass the torch to the next greats of this generation, Tyrese Halliburton. Hey, look, hey, you also didn't really get much of an on-court experience with Ty in the Olympics. We can make it happen here. Let me know what you think about LeBron James on the Indiana Pacers. Thank you and good night.